want to share a very profound dream about overcoming the lust of the flesh and the pride of life and just seeking the things of this world. For me, coming out of my previous lifestyle, it was really hard for me to detach from envying people, envying evildoers. The Bible says, do not envy evildoers. So I'm seeking God and things are coming slower. A cousin of mine died maybe 3-4 years ago now, a couple years ago. And they had a pretty brutal death. They were shot in the face and they were found face down. And the ambulance didn't come because it's a pretty rough area. And the first person that found him was his dad. And I say that to say, in the dream, he was in my dream. He had on a gray shirt, dark pants, his glasses. He looked exactly how he did in real life on this earth. And in the dream, it's like we were in a retail store. And he was chasing me. He was chasing me in this store. And just a little backstory about his life. He was an alcoholic. And, he shared openly that the Lord had called him to be a preacher, to share his word, but he never did it. He never went. And, he always ran from the Lord. And it's not for me to say where his soul went, but, unfortunately, he died a sudden death. And so anyways, he's in my dream and he's chasing me right in this retail store. And when we finally get face to face in this store, I tell him, like, I know it's not you. I know that you're a demon. And he laughed and said, shh, don't say that. And if you don't know anything about familiar spirits, they can take place and look like people that you know, and they can come into your dreams and deceive you. And so he's in my dream, and I know that it's a demon, and I called it out in my dream. And demons are liars. They don't speak truth because the devil, his native language is to lie. And so I'm continuously running from him in my dream. And then eventually it's like I get to the basement of this retail store and I lock myself in the bathroom. And I can hear him still looking for me. And as he's looking for me, his spirit, it's like he was no longer in a human form. He manifests into that demon. And he was a tall black shadow, and he began to melt on the floor underneath the door. And in the dream, I was trying to stand on the sink, because remember, I'm in a bathroom. I'm trying to stand on the sink. I'm trying to do anything because the floor is beginning to turn into straight fire. It's like the bathroom began to turn into hell around me. I could feel the fire. I could feel the flames. I could feel myself burning up. And he said that he was dragging me to hell with him because I had a worldly spirit. And so basically the spirit of the world was dragging me to hell. And God showed me this because, God doesn't want us to dibble dabble back and forth. If we are going to sit at his table, we sit at his table. If we are going to walk with the devil, we walk with the devil. I'm not saying that we don't sin, because yes, we sin. But when you're really striving towards God, the spirit of conviction, meaning is a spirit of correction, is with you to correct you when you're wrong, to make you feel guilty when you're wrong, so that you can correct yourself, so that you can apologize, so that you can get back on the straight and narrow path. And the worldly spirit was consuming me, whether if it was wanting to indulge in certain conversations that I had no business, listening to certain music that I know is not edifying, just different things like that, like sucking me into the world, trying to have self-gratification, different things like that. And that's what God showed me. So flee from having a worldly spirit, because it will drag you to hell.